Ty Spiritual, and I'm back with another video, man. Simple. Oh, wow, I got ducks. I'm going to talk to you guys today about releasing third dimensional things that will keep you tied to this third dimension and will prevent you from ascending to the fifth dimension, the new earth. I got an email from a subscriber asking me about this. I see a lot of people, it seems like they think that spirituality is rejecting who you are as a human and just focusing solely on who you are as a spirit. This is what you got to understand. You came here to have this human experience. You did. You came here to be human. You came here to do human things. You came here to learn lessons from a human perspective. So you can't just reject who you are as a human. Now, why do I say that and why do I bring that up? When it comes to third dimensional things, I see people talking about sports, and some people are completely against sports. They say it's rigged. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. I might make a whole video on that, but they pretty much say sports is lower, it's a lower vibration. That you aren't spiritual if you watch sports. You gotta understand this. When it comes to sports, and I'm not gonna be long with this, but sports have helped a lot of people out of tough situations, and if it wasn't for sports, a lot of people probably would be dead or in jail right now. That's just the truth. You can have a hood area. You can have a basketball court there. If you take that basketball court away, the crime rate in that area will go up. That's a fact. So when it comes to sports and saying that, oh, you can't be spiritual if you watch sports, or sports is something you should let go, that's not true, because nothing can hold you back. Well, I won't say nothing, but sports cannot and will not hold you back unless you allow it to hold you back from growing spiritually. That's the truth. Now, when it comes to releasing third dimensional things, you got to understand some of these things you've been doing your whole life. It's kind of, and I don't want to say program as in a bad way, but it's kind of like you need to do it. You must do it. And if you don't do it, something's off, something's different. You get moody, this, that. It takes time to release things that you've been doing your whole life. It does. It doesn't happen overnight. People say eating meat. I'm gonna make a whole separate video on eating meat, but you're not going to stop eating meat overnight. It's just not going to happen. From what happened to me, my experience, as I started raising my vibration, as I started learning who I was more spiritually, it gradually came. I didn't have to force it. I didn't have to try to. It's as if my body started rejecting me. It did. So, to me, things will come naturally to you, but you have to put some effort into releasing them. You do. So when it comes to ascending to 5D, ascending to the new earth, you have to enjoy being a human. You can't reject being a human and think you can just solely focus on spirituality and you'll grow. You have to enjoy being who you are, things that you like, things that you do. Because if you reject who you are as a human and you try to focus on nothing but spirituality, you'll eventually become miserable, because you have to find balance between you, as in this body, and you, that is life force energy. You do. You have to find balance between the two. Like the movie Avatar. When Jake was spending too much time in the Avatar world than he was in the human world, his body started breaking down. He started to become weak. That's because he couldn't find balance between the two. Ascending to the new earth and letting go third dimensional things, that will come in time. It will. As long as you put some effort, you put some work, this will work for you. You will ascend. You will. Don't put too much focus on this, because it's really not as hard. Well, I wouldn't say as hard. It's not as complex as people make it seem. It's really not. Things that you like to do, think about this. Does this serve me? Is this benefiting me? Is this helping me? Is this helping me raise my vibration? Think about these things before you do things. And those answers will help you determine if that's for you or not. It's not about good or bad. It's not about right or wrong. But a lot of us have habits that we need to drop. We do. But it takes time to release these things. It took time for me to stop eating meat. It did. If I want to eat meat, if I choose to, I will. But for the most part, I don't. I'm not gonna go too deep into that because that's a whole nother video, but meat will prevent you from raising your vibration to a certain extent. It will, because it lowers the energy of your body. It does. Every time you eat meat, meat contains zero energy. None. You cannot gain energy from meat. Think about it. When you we used to eat these big meals, we did. What's the first thing that happens to you after you eat? You get tired. You want to go take a nap. You want to go to sleep. That's not normal. We've been taught that was normal. We've been taught, oh, that means I really stuffed myself. But you're supposed to gain energy from the foods that you're eating. You are. So a lot of people may be having issues releasing processed foods, releasing sodas and all that. I don't drink sodas at all. I probably say, and I'm not saying these things for you to try to live up to my standards, because this is not about that. I'm just giving you my experience. But I've drunk probably one soda in the last year and a half, most likely. I'll say a year. Sodas contain things that you do not want in your body. Fluoride, you don't want that in your body. So when it comes to putting effort, just try, okay, I'm gonna start 2 days and I'm not gonna drink any soda for 2 days. I'm just gonna drink water. You gotta start small. Start small and build up towards it. Once you start raising your vibration, things that you liked prior, things that you like to do, you'll eventually find yourself not resonating with those things anymore. Not resonating with hanging around certain people because they're of a certain vibration. Not saying it's good or bad, but you guys don't vibe anymore. You're not on the same vibrational frequency. You're not. So when it comes to releasing third dimensional things, understand that it takes time, but you're going to have to apply some effort to it. You are. Start small and gradually work your way up. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Overthinking can be dangerous. It is. I see a lot of you guys, I see a few of you guys email me, and you guys say you were overthinking. You guys say you were pretty much focusing too much. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Eat the things you should eat. Drink the things you should drink. Do the things that you should be doing, and let it go with the flow. Eventually, you will come to the point where you will have to release the third dimension in its entirety. And I've also seen people talk about, what about my family members? What about my family members? I'm worried about them. I don't want them to get left behind. This is the truth. You are only responsible for you, but you can choose to help others. You raising your vibration is something that you decided. Them raising their vibration is something they have to decide. They have to decide that. You can give them information, but if they don't take it, you've done your part. But when it comes to ascending, anybody can ascend. I'm gonna say this again. When it comes to ascending, I don't care what color you are, I don't care what race you are, melanin, any Everybody can ascend. Okay? Things are not, your life is not written in stone. Even though you have certain things mapped out, soul contracts, it's not written in stone. Somebody that wasn't supposed to wake up in this lifetime and learn about spirituality can learn about spirituality and wake up in this lifetime, and that will set them up better for their next life. Everything's not written in stone. Okay? So to wrap this video up, enjoy being human. I really want you guys to understand that. Enjoy being human. Don't reject who you are as a human fully and focus on spirituality. You must take care of this body, okay? You can't reject this body. Now, I'm not saying do everything the body wants you to do, no. But you have to enjoy being human. It's all about balance. And once you have balance, you will eventually start leaning towards the way you want to go, and the way that you don't want to go will eventually fall off. 5D, 3D. There's no set date that you have to have everything done by. There's no set date. Sure is not December 21st. Okay? So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you some clarity on releasing third dimensional things. People say it's tough for them to release certain foods. People say weed. I dropped a whole video on weed. I'll be quick. You can naturally get yourself to a blissful state of mind without weed. It's called spiritual bliss. You can get there without weed. The thing is, weed gets people there faster and easier. A lot of people don't want to, they don't want to go inside within themselves and put in the work. They don't, for one reason or another. I'm not saying that's good or bad, they don't. So weed gets you high and gets you to let go of this reality easier. But guess what? You come right back down. You have to deal with everything that you were dealing with before you got high. It's a temporary escape. When you raise your vibration naturally, you can stay in that state of mind. You can. People say up in their frequency. This is how you manifest when you maintain a certain vibration naturally. It becomes easier for you to manifest and attract the things that you want in your life. Okay? I know this video is kind of, I probably rambled a little bit, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Enjoy being human. Don't reject who you are as human, but at the same time, don't do everything your body wants you to do, because the body only knows the third dimension. You will shed this body eventually in 5D. Its purpose will be fulfilled. People want me to talk about the ego. I'm gonna do that in another video. But the ego, I'm gonna be real brief here. The ego is something that has helped you survive here, but it can't get you no further than the third dimension. So you have to start, well, how can I say this? You have to start restraining it to a certain extent, okay? Anyways, just keep doing the work, keep raising your vibration, keep going within yourself, and as your vibration raises naturally, things that you want to do spiritually, you will resonate with more. And things of the third dimension, partying, clubbing, drinking, not saying none of this is bad, smoking, it'll eventually shed off because you're vibrating at a higher frequency than that. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you want another video to watch, click that video that's popping up somewhere on your screen. And if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button.